Hello. Welcome to the Franklin College Office of Information Technologies tutorial for the new course evaluation system. This tutorial will focus on teaching instructors to use the new system. We'll go over the dashboard, creating a course evaluation, modifying a course evaluation, modifying a course evaluation's linked questions, and viewing evaluation reports. For this tutorial, we'll pick up after you've logged into Grizzlink and selected the course evaluations task. So, let's begin. The first page you'll see on the course evaluation site will be the dashboard. From the dashboard, you can see all your course evaluations. By default, the page will load evaluations for the current semester. However, you can search and filter the data shown using the controls at the top of the page. You can search data by the content of any of the sortable fields: status, year and term, open date and time, close date and time, and/or course. Simply type the text you'd like to search into the text box and click the search button. Please note, searches are not case sensitive. You can also filter data using the drop-down lists for status and/or year and term. Making a selection in these drop-down lists will automatically apply the filter and reload the data. As mentioned, the return data can also be sorted by status, year and term, open date and time, close date and time, or course. To change the sorting method, click on the heading for the field by which you want data sorted. You can also access maintenance options for evaluations from this page. But before we get to that, let's take a look at creating a course evaluation. To create a course evaluation, start by selecting the Create Evaluation menu item. Select the academic year and term for which you are creating an evaluation or evaluations. Your name should be automatically selected from the Instructor drop-down list. If this is not the case, please ensure you have selected the correct year and term. If the correct year and term is selected, but you are still not selected as the instructor, contact OIT through the means listed in this tutorial's conclusion. Next, select the course or courses for which you want to create an evaluation or evaluations. There are a couple of things to note here. You can create more than one evaluation at a time. So if multiple of your evaluations include the same questions, you can create them all at once. Also, if you select or deselect a course that is cross-listed, all cross-listed courses will be selected and deselected together. Now you'll need to select the date and time at which the evaluation or evaluations will open, followed by the date and time at which they will close. These dates must be within the system's accepted open and close dates set by the system admin. When trying to submit, the page will display an error message specifying the accepted date range if your selections fall outside of it. Next, you'll select the questions to include on the evaluation or evaluations. The default selection is to include only general core questions, but you also have two more options. The Choose Custom option will automatically select the required general core questions and allow you to select additional optional questions. Simply select if you want to share responses to the additional questions with the P&T committee and choose any questions from the list below you want to include. The Previous Evaluation option will allow you to include questions from a previous course evaluation. Again, select if you want to share additional questions with the P&T committee, but for this option, you can choose any of your prior course evaluations from the drop-down list. Once you've made all your selections, click the Save button and you'll be returned to the dashboard. Now that we've seen how to create new evaluations, let's take another look at the options available from the dashboard. If you click the ellipses next to an evaluation, you'll have 2 or 3 options. You can link questions for an evaluation and its cross-listed evaluations, edit the evaluation and its cross-listed evaluations, or delete the evaluation and its cross-listed evaluations. The delete option will only be available if the evaluation and cross-listed evaluations have no responses. Deletion cannot be reverted, but a deleted evaluation can be recreated by following the steps from the previous section. The Link Questions option will allow you to view an evaluation's linked questions. You can also add or remove optional questions on any evaluation for which responses have not yet been submitted. Question selection works much like when creating an evaluation, but when adding or removing optional questions within a given category, you'll need to hit the Save button in that category's header. Changes in a category can also be canceled by clicking the Cancel button in the category's header. Once you're done, you can return to the dashboard using the Done button at the bottom of the page. The Edit option allows you to modify the open date and time and the close date and time. The open date and time can only be changed if no responses have been submitted, and the close date and time cannot be changed after a semester has ended. When you're finished, click the Save button to apply changes or the Cancel button to undo them, and you will be returned to the dashboard. That covers creating and maintaining course evaluations, so now let's move to viewing your evaluation reports. To start, hover over the Reports menu item and click Evaluation from the drop menu. Once at the evaluation report page, you can use the drop-down lists at the top of the page to filter data. Data can be filtered by academic year, academic term, academic session, and/or course. By default, no reports will be returned to allow you to select any filters you would like to apply first. The arrows between drop-down lists are used to indicate that selected filters will affect the options in subsequent drop-down lists. Make sure to select a filter from at least the year drop-down list to retrieve data. If you would like to return all reports, selecting the All Years option in the first drop-down list and the default option for each of the other lists will do so. Please note, evaluation reports for the current semester will not be visible until after the release date and time set by the system admin. Returned reports can be sorted by academic year and term, administered date and time, completed date and time, or course. To sort by one of these fields, click the heading for the field by which you want data sorted. Clicking on an evaluation in the list will display the strengths and areas for improvement, as well as aggregated scores for core questions and optional questions from the selected evaluation and cross-listed evaluations. Aggregated data can be sorted by question, response, and average. Like before, this can be accomplished by clicking the heading for the field by which you want data sorted. Evaluation reports can also be downloaded as PDF files from this page. To download an individual evaluation and its cross-listed evaluations, click the ellipses next to the evaluation in the list and select the Download PDF option. To download all currently displayed evaluation reports returned by the selected filters, click the ellipses beside the filter drop-down list and select the Download All PDFs option. And that's everything. If you encounter any issues with the system or need additional support, please reach out to the Franklin College Office of Information Technology by email at service@franklincollege.edu or submit a ticket by going to service.franklincollege.edu and clicking the Submit a Ticket option in the top right corner. For Franklin College OIT, this has been Jacob Weber.